This SMILER at Alton Towers is a very well known roller coaster across the globe. And this is, well, mainly because it's the roller coaster with the most inversions. Or if you're not an enthusiast, it goes upside down 14 times. And when this coaster was being built, it took months upon months for it to be finished. But in today's video, we're going to do the opposite, or I have done the opposite. My recording file corrupted, unfortunately, so bear with me. So instead of you guys watching me build them, as you can see here, I'm just going to talk about them. So this was my 1 minute coaster, and yeah, it didn't really end up too well. Though I did get round to smoothing it. It's going the complete wrong direction. It should be going round this way. Let's take a POV ride just for
jokes.
Alright, here we go. Down to the first drop. Awesome, yeah, that's absolutely trash. Well, there you go, there was the 1 minute coaster. Swiftly moving on to the 10-minute coaster. So when I was building this, I got to this point here and I was like, oh my god, it's been 10 minutes. All I've done is the pre-drop, or pre-lift, whatever you want to call it, the lift hill and the drop. But I think I got around to smoothing it, I'm pretty sure. This time, I actually made it go under here. But this inversion is quite peculiar, as you can see there. It kind of levels off flat here for some reason. Anyway, it goes really slow. Same with this is completely wrong. We can have a POV ride on it, just for fun too. For some reason, we can't test this coaster. I mean, I'm pressing the button. Uh-oh, this isn't good. I wonder why this has happened. I'm so sorry guys, this whole video has been an absolute nightmare. I hope you guys can understand the frustration that I've had. And I'm sorry for being like completely disappearing for so long. That was just mainly due to because I was on holiday trying to relax. And now I've come back all stressed like this. I really have no clue why it's not working. Does it work if I go on here? No, it doesn't. I've not got it paused. I don't know it. Anyway, let's move on to the 1 hour coaster. This did actually take me an hour. You wouldn't believe it, but
It did.
so I'm just gonna talk you through what kind of happened and trying to remember what stage it was as well. So obviously the first drop, combining the two that I did over there, I remembered it from riding it that the first drop was quite steep, as you can see here, and it took very many goes to get this not perfect but sort of right, since I have this turn really like not tight at all, so it kind of went out all the way over here. But yeah, this I'll come back to this later. This is the first drop into the first version, which takes the speed a lot better, in my opinion. And then you'll come into the pre-lift section. I don't know. You kind of stop here for a couple seconds. And actually, before this was built, there was an original. Can't speak. There was actually original design where this bit here, to get the inversion count up, you kind of like get stopped into a spinning trough, and you get spun around whilst on the coaster cart, which was pretty weird. Then we go up the lift hill. I did have to search up how tall it is. I think it's 100 feet max. Into the first drop. The first drop took a lot of goes to do. It was just a bit weird. I had it. I think it was really. This one was really tight. I think I remember doing it, and it came out over here. And then I'd look at the station and I'd be like, no, surely that's not right. And it wasn't. So yeah, so after that, we come into the first... I want to say it's a corkscrew, right? I want to say that, because I'm not really sure what this inversion is. If anyone knows, please let me know. Because what I think it's a corkscrew. As you can see here, very smooth. And it takes it at such a nice speed. This first dive loop, or Immelman, is it an inversion or not? Because technically it's not really upside down. Anyway, I thought just before I talk about the elements itself, I tried my best to get the profiling 100% accurate, and I sort of almost did that. So if there might be a little bit bits that aren't quite right, just bear with me on that. Again, I only did have an hour, so anyway, let's carry on. So as it goes into the first immolment, takes it really smooth and really nice speed. Where's it gone? I've lost it. Oh god, here we go. This is not good, is it? Where'd it go? Oh, it's there. Found it. Then it goes into a dive loop, like so, into the first airtime hill. This was a bit weird because after it kind of goes up straight like this, as you can see, and then it banks off a little bit to that side there, and that was really tricky to get. If you didn't get that correct, then this whole is it the back wing? Yeah, the back wing would be all wrong. So yeah, I was quite happy that I got this in the end, because first I had it not going to the left enough, and the back wing would start like over here, and then I'd have it it's banked and turns too far to the left, which was annoying. So I'm glad I got this sorted out, and off the top of my head, I think it was quite smooth. I can't really remember. Anyway, so it goes up into the back wing here. I'm not really sure if this is like 100% accurate, but it kind of goes up for a bit long, like a bit long. English. It kind of goes up for a long time before it kind of banks upside down. But I think it's okay. I mean, once you look at it like that, it should be alright. Because when you're on rides, this side of the batwing is supposed to be higher. But I don't know if it comes down this far. But
I don't really remember. It's been a long time since I've been on that ride. on this ride.
This part here gave me a little bit of a tricky nightmare coming up into this section of the batwing. I still think it's a bit wrong. I think maybe it should come in more straight at angle there and then go up and come round. I wasn't too sure because at the top of my head I thought it was a incline loop, and it sort of is. Maybe that's what these are. I guess that's not really. I don't know. But I do think that when it gets to here, I think it should just go straight up. But again, I don't have time to go and fully proofread it all. But it works. It works for now. It might be a bit jolty on the shoulders. Then we come into the corkscrew here. This was rather tricky to do, because at the time, the rest of the layout didn't exist. Just, as you can see, it was very confusing making this coaster, because it's like flipping spaghetti. Anyway, so the only parts that did exist was this drop here, going into this dive loop, round, and then the airtime hill, and the rest of it you obviously can't see because it's behind you. So when I was doing this, I didn't know where the corkscrew was going to like end up. So originally I had it corkscrew round this way, so it landed about here, as you can see by the auto tunnel here. Because I thought it was sandwiched in between the first dive loop and the second dive loop there, but I was wrong. So I do admit I did have to look at an aerial view of the ride just to see what it was like, because I couldn't remember off the top of my head, and at this point I think it was about 35 to 40 minutes left, so it was enough time to finish it all. But you know, if I'm going around trying to make all of the profiling perfect, you know, I didn't have enough time. But for some reason and somehow I got there. So I managed to get this corkscrew really nice and rather, you know, realistic to the actual thing. I think it does take it a bit slow. I think the height is perfect though. I think that's just the game.
I see more as just my stupidity where I can't create enough speed. Anyway,
so after that, obviously it goes into the brake run. Yes, I know, guys. In real life, it kind of does this little like bunny hop, like here, and it will go up. I know I've made it go down here, and that's mainly because the top of this inverted commas lift hill would have been too tall, so I had to lower it down, because again it had to be 100 feet, but I think it ended up being 103 feet, and I was totally fine with that. And if I didn't raise this down, then this would come out way too far, and then this bit will be, if to fix that, this you have to make this even smaller, and that will just break all your bones. So anyway, so as you can see, it does level off though, so that's okay. It goes into the little like stop hold section before it launches you, and you may be asking, Aaron, that's a launch, not a lift hill. Well, let me just tell you something, Jimmy. So when you're building this type of coaster, I understand that you have the vertical lift hills such as this. And when we place these lift hills, let's make it really tall. The only other option, as you can see, there's no other option but to make it crest up like this. And it will automatically shoot you into an overbank. Or overdrop, whatever you want to call it. So, to improvise, and you also, yeah, sure, there's another one here, which is what I thought it was. I thought, oh, maybe they added in the feature where it could go up, like it on the SMILER, and then drop down. Into a normal drop. So I thought this was that. No, it's just the I don't know, it's like the holding drop. Yeah, they're really cool. Anyway, getting sidetracked here. So that's why I've done that. And if you are wondering what like settings I used, I think I did the minimum 20 miles per hour at the acceleration rate of 27 miles per second. I think it's in miles per second. I'm not really sure. Anyway, so as you can see, it kind of goes up the lift hill rather fast, and it will take it quite slow, like this, as you can see, which was perfect for what I wanted, because the lift hill, I assume, is like 7 to 9 miles per hour. And again, yeah, this takes it at like 12, but that's all right. I wasn't too picky with it, because I kind of wanted to get over and done with, because I was like halfway through, not halfway through. When I got to the corkscrew here, I went, oh my god, how am I supposed to do the lift hill? Because I've never ever built the SMILER in Planet Coaster once. I just couldn't do it. It was too hard, and I didn't have enough experience with the game. But now I have more experience, and just look how good Hyperia looks over there. Okay, don't look at that one. I thought maybe let's give it a go. So as you can see, it goes into the drop, does carry a lot of speed here. Yeah, and in real life this goes underneath, so I thought it went over it, but that's just this one that goes over it. This one actually goes underneath. I assume to carry more speed. And then it goes into, again, I don't know what it's called, a corkscrew maybe? Oh, I don't know. Into the second drop here. I do wish this was a little bit different. I just can't tell with it. I think it should be smaller, right? And it should come out more this way. Come down after that drop. This took a long time to do, mainly because the profiling of it was very, very odd. So this needed to go through the second dive loop. It needs to go through it with the right clearance. It basically needed to go right in the middle, smack bang in the middle. So in order to do that, it needs to be at the right height and the right banking like point. So unfortunately you can't see it because the flipping video corrupted, but I place it down, do like a really rough sketch of it, and then I delete some sections. So mainly it was here that I needed to delete a lot, because you're twisting, so you're turning and banking, and once you're upside down in Planet Coaster, it literally doesn't agree with you. It's like, yeah, no, sorry bro, that's not gonna work. So you got to improvise. So into the second, I'm just going to call it a dive loop for now because I have no clue. And then into this, oh my god. I don't know if this airtime hill is that massive in real life. It's hard to gather information from real life and put it into a game where you obviously, you can't, stand here and be like, oh yeah, that's to scale. Because it's just so hard. But I think it was alright. I didn't have time to put in a block section here. Like I did with the first one. But regardless, that is a massive airtime hill. I hope it works. Alright, now into the weirdly done Cobra roll. Alright, so a Cobra roll looks like... No, where is it? Rolls. So a Cobra roll... God damn it. Looks like this. So as you can see, Planet Coasters... So this is the Planet Coaster pre-made stuff. But obviously I like making them myself, as you can see. Otherwise I would not have been able to make this whatsoever. As you can see, it goes up upside down first, tilts round, and then goes upside down again to make the cobra roll. And it's called that because once you look at it, it looks like a cobra's head. This, as you can see, it doesn't really go upside down, and it is like that in real life. Before everyone starts coming at me, before I get onto it, this part in real life is very, very rough, especially at this joint here. Very rough, but look how smooth this takes it. Oh, perfect, nice and smooth. So I was very pleased with that. And then into the final two corkscrews or inversions or whatever you want to call these. I wish I did these a little bit differently. They were quite hard to do. I think I should have it come out further here instead, right? Because as you can see, it gets really close to this here. And in real life, this whole section here is in a building. And the rest of it is outside. So it is getting quite close to the wall. I assume it will just phase through the wall actually here. But if you look at a POV, I think it's this part here. It gets close to the wall, not this bit. So maybe if I had it come out more this way, and it will come back into that one there, then it'd be a lot better. But regardless, it still works. It's still like a travel corkscrew, as many people call them. And it's still super smooth. Same with this one. This one, as you can see, it travels you quite significantly more than the first one, which is again why I think it should come out a little bit more. And I don't know really what happened here. So the brake run is at a slant in real life, as you can see there that I've done, and I'm not sure if it goes into like a little bunny hill like this and then into the brake run, or does it go round up and then just down into it. But I just went with the fact that it's going to have a bunny hill because of this. So the second drop was, oh, I'm in the lift hill. Was this because of the second drop, sorry. I think it has enough clearance. Yeah, it has enough clearance now. It might be, it's quite tight actually around here. Because if I smoothed it too much, it would actually interlock with the second drop here. And that's what I was saying about how I think it should come out a little bit more, so this can have some room to breathe. It is changed. I did recognise that, and I did change it a little bit, but there was not much I could do with the time I had, because I did complete it, and I was just having like a touch up here and there. But nevertheless, that bit's a little bit tight, and then just into the brake run. I did manage to get it on a 4-train service. I think is the maximum amount of trains it can run, but it was almost perfect, you know. As you can see, it's going up the lift hill here. If I didn't have like a section where it holds you, it would be sort of synchronized together, but nevertheless it runs safely, and that's all right. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around this long, you know. I really, guys, appreciate it if you understood my frustration that I had, and fingers crossed that you believe me that I did build this, because, you know, well, I did. As you can see, I don't really know how to prove it to you. It's not blueprint whatsoever. I tried my best, and apologies that this video was an absolute shambles. So without further ado, let's have a ride on a somewhat replica of the SMILER at Alton Towers. Enjoy! Alright, there we go. There was the 1 hour roller coaster. I really, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm really sorry that I couldn't get any footage whatsoever from me actually building them. And fingers crossed this doesn't happen again, because it was so stressful. But anyway, if you want to show some love, hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure to like this video if you did enjoy. And if you want to see me react to your roller coasters, click here. Go on, you know you want to. Go on, click it. Go on, click it, man. You can do it. Oh my god, just please click it.